As the University of Idaho is preparing to honor 4 students who were killed in a vigil tomorrow night, the university's Dean of Students is talking one-on-one with KREM 2 about everything from student safety to how the school is responding. Tonight, KREM 2's Mark Hanrahan is live in Moscow with what he had to say. Mark?
Good evening, Whitney. Yeah, Dr. Blaine Eckles tells me in his 25-plus years in higher education, he has never had to deal with something like this. Nothing so horrific. He says he is hopeful that police will be able to find the killer and to find that person soon. But in the meantime, he says the focus is on the students here, making sure they feel supported and safe.
How have the last 2 weeks been for you here?
For me personally, this is one of the most challenging times I've ever had in my professional life. This has been a very difficult time. Incredibly sad. It's been hard to see the students struggle like this. It's even harder to, one, just imagine, but two, just interact with the families that are absolutely impacted and devastated as a result of what happened.
Do you anticipate like extending maybe a remote option longer than you had previously planned on in light of this?
Well, we're keeping the remote option available through the remainder of the semester. So it's not just this week. Students aren't expected to come back. If they want to finish remotely, they can. Our academic leadership will be meeting in the future, our provost, our college deans, to talk about what the spring semester looks like. And we're really basing a lot of that on the status of the investigation, what we know, and what's in the best interests of our students.
Moscow PD and you guys too faced some criticism early on in that there was little information that was released in the days after the homicides. Do you think you could have handled that differently or should have handled that differently?
Well, this is a police investigation first and foremost. I mean, we were communicating out. We communicated out to our community immediately. We sent out communications to students, to our employees, to our parents. When it comes to the investigation and the crime itself, we're following the lead of law enforcement.
When you talk to students or maybe parents who are apprehensive about having their kids here on campus, in light of the fact that a killer or killers has not been found yet or arrested, what do you say to them to try to reassure them?
Yeah. The Moscow community is a wonderful, beautiful, small little community, but it's just another stark reminder that violence can reach out and grab us here too. And so we try to empower parents and students to make informed decisions. And if their choice is to transfer to another school, I can't fault that call. But what I do communicate is we're doing everything we can to establish as safe of an experience as possible.
In terms of what's next outside of the investigation, well, tomorrow night they'll be holding the vigil to honor the 4 victims here on campus. It'll take place in the Kibbe Dome, which is behind me. It starts at 5 o'clock in the evening. If you cannot attend in person, there will be a remote option for you to view that online as well. Eckles tells me tomorrow that he'll be speaking at that vigil along with the university president, and he also tells me the victims' family members will have the opportunity to speak if they choose to do so. Of course, we'll be following that on KREM.com as well as on KREM 2 all day tomorrow.